AI isn't coming, it's already here. And every single day, there's a new app, new agent, or tool promising to change your life. It's easy to get overwhelmed chasing what's new instead of what actually works. That's why in this video, I'm cutting through the noise and giving you 10 essential AI skills and tips that will actually help you master AI agents in 2025, not just playing around with them. Starting off with one of the most important is understanding what is an AI agent. An AI agent is a software program designed to perform tasks autonomously, make decisions, and adapt to user inputs or changes in environment. Understanding AI agents help you leverage automated tasks, saving massive time and boosting productivity by delegating repetitive and complex tasks to intelligent software, freeing your resources for higher value activities. Basically, instead of you trying to respond and do everything yourself, or having some type of program that has to wait for you to come and check on it every hour or every few minutes, AI agents does it automatically. It knows when to do things, even when to respond based off of what you program it. But that's cool and all, but how do you actually leverage AI agents? You have to, avoid these mistakes when learning about AI agents. So while chatbots are a type of conversational AI like a ChatGPT, AI agents are like digital employees or co-pilots. They handle multi-step processes, coordinate between tools, even make recommendations or take actions on your behalf. This is far more greater than a ChatGPT, a Claude, or a Google Gemini, which are just text bots that you talk with, and they spit out answers. These are autonomous, meaning they do things on their own without you needing to even prompt it. Also, secondly, most people see these AI agents as advanced chatbots or simple helpers that answer questions. But the true power lies in the automation. That is being able to run entire workflows, processes, or even manage multiple step tasks across different platforms without any human intervention. Overlooking the automation potential means you're missing out on what makes AI agents so transformative. And just to give you some concrete examples, here's a few ideas that you can use to make your own AI agent. One is, imagine getting an email saying, let's meet Thursday at 2 p.m. Your AI agent can, look at the emails, know when you get an email in from this person, can check your calendar without even notifying you, and schedule something on your calendar that actually fits without having to get you on the phone or notify you that it needs help to schedule something on the calendar. And then it can respond back to that person saying, hey, we have your email. I have something on the calendar for, let's say, 5 p.m. because that's an open slot, and they look forward to speaking with you. Now that you understand what an AI agent is, if you think that is the only thing you need to know, just wait until you see which AI agents you should actually be using. But before that, let's talk about tip number 2, which is the top 5 AIs and what you should be using them for. So you hear a lot about these different AIs. You hear some things about DeepSeek or Quinn, some of these Asian models. But here in America, there are 5 top AI models that kind of go back and forth. And depending on a given time frame, one's ahead of the other with their latest model, and the other one's probably going to be ahead of the other with their latest model. But using the best AI increases efficiency and ensures professional level results. Each AI model has unique strengths. ChatGPT excels in versatile and creative content creation. Think about it. ChatGPT can create images and create entire poems, where Claude is superior in detailed logic reasoning. Think about Claude as the best one to do, coding tasks, intense logic and reasoning and math problems, where you see something like Gemini integrate seamlessly with Google tools because, Gemini is a Google product. They can seamlessly integrate with everything you need as far as the Google platform. They can integrate with not only the web browser Chrome, Gmail, their calendar, Google Docs, and so much more. Also, we have Grok, which is optimized for real-time social insights, as well as it's probably the most unhinged one, letting you have the most freedom to do whatever you want without any type of pushback from the AI because it's highly uncensored. Then we have DeepSeek, offers exceptional support for technical and coding tasks, but it's also open source. So you can use it however you want to, and you can customize it whenever you get to that level of actually customizing your own AI. So now you know the difference between using a ChatGPT, a Claude, a Gemini, a Grok, and a DeepSeek, which I would say are like the top 5 AIs you should be using when using an AI agent. Also, there's a mistake you should be avoiding even when it comes to the AIs you use in AI agents. The biggest mistake is relying on a single AI tool for every task. It can limit your efficiency and creativity. Each AI platform has a specific strength and weakness. For example, ChatGPT is excellent for open-ended content creation. Like I said earlier, they can write detailed scripts, not only poetry or even posts for like Twitter and LinkedIn. And it's very versatile when it comes to like generalist AI. ChatGPT is really good for that. Gemini, on the other hand, is seamlessly integrated into almost every Google product. It's actually integrated into their phones and Pixels, but also in most Androids, into the Chrome websites, Google Calendars, email, Dropbox, and even think about it, YouTube itself is a Google product. So if you have an AI agent that heavily is dealing with Gemini, you should be using that. Same goes for DeepSeek. If you want something that's more open source and more flexible for what you want, you should use DeepSeek. And for Grok, if you want something very uncensored, but really good when it comes to information and technical specs, but it may be something that's a little bit on the fringe side of society, Grok may be the AI that you really need to be using. Now, before we go deeper into AI agents, you should definitely hit that subscribe button so you will know when the latest AI agents and AI news is out to make your agents that much more powerful. The third skill you need to know is effective prompts, unlocking powerful and precise AI responses. A good prompt clearly defines a desired outcome and provides relevant context, while a bad prompt is vague, overly broad, and lacks specific instructions, leading to less accurate and irrelevant responses. Think about it like this. If you had an employee, which is what your AI agent is and how you should be looking at an AI agent, if you told your AI agent, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. Let's say you wanted them to clean the car. Let's say you want to clean your car out with a certain type of cleaning solution. I want you to wash my car, and then I want you to wash the tires. Then I want you to go in and then wash the car again from the outside, and then the tires again for a second time and rinse it all off. Then I want you to clean out the inside of the car, vacuum it, and then I want you to do another spot check and do that again. Those are very detailed results, but what you really should be avoiding is vague results. Telling your AI agent to, well, just clean out the car or just to respond to an email. It would be so vague and it'll be random and inconsistent depending on who is responding to it. It will not create cohesion between what your AI agent is doing repeatedly in a similar format. A good 3-piece prompt following instructions is to first instruct your AI agent as to what you want them to be for you. Another part is the goal you want to achieve for your AI agent. And 3, as much detail as possible when it comes to the task. So for example, let's say you want to write a post onto Twitter. You would say, hey, I want you to act as a 10-year veteran with marketing experience and Twitter experience. My goal is to get clicks and engagement onto Twitter, and then you would give it details about what posts you should have on Twitter. In my case, since I am an AI enthusiast, I would say, hey, I'm writing this blog about the 10 best AI agents, and I would list the 10 agents and then want it to post every time at 2 p.m., which is the best time my followers are online. And that would be a pretty great prompts. But great prompts aren't the whole picture. Context matters too. Let's move on to skill number 4, which is the Model Context Protocol, which is the MCP. It is an open protocol that defines how large large language models can access and utilize external data, tools, services, essentially acting as a standardized way to let LLMs with the context they need to perform tasks effectively. Think of them as a universal interface for connecting AI models to various data sources and tools, similar to how you would use a USB provides a standard connection for devices. So if you think of the MCP protocol, this is a way, like I was talking about with Gemini, that Gemini connects to their own connected suite of apps. Gemini connects to Google Docs. Gemini connects to this calendar, Google Gmail, as well as other types of products out there. But not only that, you can connect other AIs to not just the ecosystem they live in, you can connect them to other types of software out there. Think of it like you can connect this to like Salesforce, which is a CRM. Also, you can connect your AI agent to a payment processor so it can collect and make purchases on your behalf. The two main mistakes you need to avoid when using the model context protocol is, well, giving it too much access. You don't want to even have your AI agent have access to things that it would not need. If your AI agent is, well, not collecting money or not making any type of payment, why would you give it access to use your money or use other people's funds on their behalf if it's not needed? But on the flip side of that, it's also not giving the AI agent enough tools at its disposal to do its job. Think about this. Would you hire a software engineer and not give it a computer? You would need that software engineer to at least have a computer, because even if they could perform the task needed, if they don't have the equipment to do it, how could they get the job done? Now, here's where the magic really starts to pick up. Let's talk about workflows. AI workflows is creating effective workflows can help automate entire processes, not just a single task. Instead of only automating isolated steps like sending an email or updating spreadsheets, workflows enable you to string together multiple actions, often across different tools or platforms, into one seamless operation. With AI-powered workflows, you can coordinate complex processes such as onboarding new clients, collecting info, sending welcome emails, scheduling calls, content production pipelines, research drafts, review, and so much more. These workflows are your bread and butter when it comes to how your AI thinks and the steps that it takes in order to achieve this process. You could think of it like going to a restaurant like a Chick-fil-A or a Burger King. That first, this AI agent will take your order from the speakerphone, right? That's the first step of the workflow. And then it would only have these menu items to choose from, like a McDonald's. The employee would only ask you from the menu items on there for the customer to use. Then from there, they would then take your money. Then from there, they would make your food. Then from there, they would give that food to the customer, and they will have different type of autonomous actions to do throughout that whole entire process. Knowing if the customer wants no salt on their fries, no ice in their drink, no pickles on their burger. Knowing if they want it medium well or well done. How to substitute a drink out for my ice cream. There's a lot of autonomy that somebody will have to take into account in order to achieve that action. Mistakes to avoid, and this is a common mistake, is creating overly complex workflows. You do not need your workflow to be overly complex just because it looks cool on the diagram. Also, on the flip side of that, you don't need your workflow to be not as complex as needed for the task. And understanding when is the sweet spot in the middle ground for both of those is key to understanding and mastering workflows. A cool basic workflow would be something like a scheduling app for maybe deliveries. Think about how much money you could make by selling Amazon a AI agent that can schedule deliveries in real time and give real logistic updates back to AI so they can, well, start pricing in the fuel costs, the time spent, and how many employees they will actually need for the demand that they usually get. That's probably right there a $100 million idea, literally. But what if I could tell you that you can make your own AI agent and make your own workflow and use all the knowledge we just talked about into your own one that you create yourself without even coding. That gets us into skill number 6, which is a no-code AI agent builder, which is N8N. This empowers anyone to create powerful AI agents without coding. N8N offers intuitive drag-and-drop interface, pre-built nodes for popular apps, seamlessly integrates visual workflows, builders, and community-driven templates that makes it highly accessible to users to automate complex tasks effortlessly. N8N is almost a diagram-based approach to workflows. You can visually see the diagrams and the connected dots that you make in N8N to make your own AI agent. You can plug in different AIs like we talked about, Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Grok, as well as you can even connect them to the other MCP protocols or the tools that they may need, whether that's Google Gemini or Wells Fargo Bank of America. The common mistake people have with AI agents, especially with N8N, is underestimating how much power you can give an AI agent without code using this workflow drag and drop type of approach. N8N can be used to automate email responders. Also, it can be used to integrate multiple apps for seamless task management. With N8N, you can connect all your favorite productivity tools like Trello and Google Calendar or more, so that tasks and updates and notifications sync to one AI agent, and it can handle all the tasks and updates that you get from these into a better format and a schedule that you can follow. If you think N8N sounds interesting, wait till you hear about Zapier. Zapier, which is skill number 7, connects countless apps effortlessly, maximizing your productivity. Unlike N8N, which gives you more customization and control with advanced workflow branches, Zapier is all about simplicity and accessibility, making it easy for beginners and connect hundreds of apps with just a few clicks. No technical skills required. Zapier's vast app library, user-friendly interface, and Zap automation templates. You can automate common tasks like sending Gmail attachments to a Dropbox or posting a social media and little or auto posting to social media in literal seconds. N8N, in contrast, is open source and better for power users who want to build more complex multi-step workflows and self-host their automations for extra privacy and customization. A mistake to avoid with Zapier is not thinking you can't do a lot with Zapier. Even though this is not coding and this may not be as complex as N8N, that doesn't mean you can't get a lot done. And with AI agents still being a very new and hot topic, being able to make your own AI agent any way, shape, or form could probably bring you a good amount of money right now. You can still do things like posting social media content, also automating lead generation processes. Zapier isn't only no code. Zapier and N8N isn't just your only no code tool. There's also another one, which is us to skill number 8, which is Make.com, which is a low code solution that bridges the gap between a no code and custom solution, offering great flexibility. Make.com stands out by providing a highly visual interface like N8N, but even more pre-built modules in a marketplace for reusable workflows, blueprints. Unlike Zapier, Make.com supports advanced logic, error handling, and deeply nested workflows, making it ideal for users that want both ease of use and technical depth. You can create very powerful AI agents with Make.com. People who know about AI agents and may play around with them may really don't understand the power of Make.com and a lot of these no-code solutions. Make.com is a good middle ground between Zapier and N8N. With Make.com, it has integrations with a lot of big tech companies. So with Make.com, you can do things like make seamless integrations with CRMs like a Salesforce.com, or even make a detailed sales report with analysis done to that sales report. But let's say you're past low code and you want something really strong. And you want to get down and dirty with AI and AI agents. That leads us to skill number 9, which is building AI agents with LangChain. LangChain lets you deeply customize AI behavior through code, perfect for advanced projects. It's an open source framework designed to help developers build powerful AI agents that can reason, plan and take action using language models like ChatGPT-4, Claude, and much more. Well, what sets LangChain apart is its modular approach. You can link LLMs to external APIs, data sources, and custom logic, chain multiple models and steps together, and create sophisticated context-aware agents. This is insane, but this goes beyond no code, and anything you can kind of think of, you can basically do with LangChain, as long as it allows you to connect it to different type of tools. If they're not in the MCP, like we talked about earlier, then you can also find workarounds to get the data still to that AI agent using API pools. These are for our strong coders and software engineers. But that's not the only powerful coding platform out there. There's actually another one. At least it's a skill number 10, which is Llama Index. Llama Index offers sophisticated indexing and retrieval capabilities. Making it ideal to build complex information-rich AI agent. It allows developers to connect large language models with their own private and enterprise data structures and segment this information for effective access. This is something you would want to use, especially if you have a great coding background. Mistakes that people often use with LangChain as well as Llama Index is thinking they can build the same amount of powerful AI agents with low code or no code solutions. They're just not there yet. You can do advanced data research calculations with Llama Index. But since you stuck around to the video to the absolute end, you get a bonus. With this bonus, I give you Manus. Manus is, well, basically an AI agent that people are using now. And Manus has their own virtual computer that you can use to do tasks autonomously on its behalf. And it's a great example of how a platform can grow by making your own AI agent. Manus actually uses Claude in the background and connects a lot of their tools to other tools. Manus can do everything Claude can basically do. Also, it connects you to Veo 3, so you can make your own videos. You can also make your own images there. It uses all the tools from these bigger AIs and just consolidates them into their own platform with Manus. And this is a great example of how you can build your own complex AI agent and how you can even make it go popular. If you enjoyed these tips, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment which skills you'll be implementing first to master AI agents in 2025. Also, if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest AI news, you should definitely like and subscribe. And said, your boy Dex Not Dexter out.